Hello YouTube and welcome to my Pantera album retrospective video. Pantera formed in 1981 with Donnie Hart on vocals, Tommy Bradford on bass. Their first album, Metal Magic, released in 1983. Here's a cover of that. I don't have a track listing in front of me, so these albums put out by Pantera back before they got with the major label will all be, the track listing will be in annotations. Some of my favorite tracks off these albums, but great album. You can get it on CD and vinyl, but it's going to cost you a little bit more money since this album, as well as the first four Pantera albums were released under their own label, so they weren't made in mass production like the rest of the albums. Pantera's Into the Jungle, another glam metal album, um, pretty good album. Uh, Interesting cover. These covers were very cartoony. Uh, First couple of covers were cartoonish, like unlike anything else I'd ever seen. Excuse me. But due to poor distribution, this album is more expensive than any other album that Pantera has ever put out, aside from the I'm Broken box set put out in Japan. Here's Power Metal. This album is a step up in production quality, and it was a little heavier than the rest of the glam metal Pantera glam metal albums, so this was a sign of things to come. And this was put out in, I believe, 1987, and this is Phil's first record with Pantera, and it is a good one. This is probably my favorite non-major label Pantera album. Just screaming guitar solos and Dimebag is all over the place with his guitar playing on here. It's just crazy, but I mean that in a good way. Here's a live album. As you can see, there's the artist shredding on there and the sleep. This Bud's for You. That's a solo. I'll have to try and get my hands on that, but this is 1990. We saw the band release their first major label effort. This was a step away from the metal glam shit and pretty much cemented Pantera into the groove metal and metal or thrash world. Very good album. You have songs like Cowboys, The Artist Shredding, The Sleep, Domination. I think it was Closer, or I'll just put that name of the song in the annotations, the ones that I miss. This album was recently re-released on vinyl record and CD. The CD remaster sounds very, very good. I don't think they use the loudness war in here, or nor do they compress the shit out of the music to make it sound louder. Everything comes through really clean and clear. Of course, the original release sounds just fine the way it is, in my opinion. It didn't really need to be remastered, in my opinion. But if you're going to get any Pantera vinyl releases, stay away from these recent outings of the vinyl releases. They're the first three albums. But this is Pantera's 1992 album, Vulgar Display of Power. Very heavy album. Phil really boils nails with the vocals on this one. You got sounds like Fucking Hostile, Walk, Mouth for War, This Love, Hollow. Those are some of my favorites off the album. Very, very heavy album. It doesn't really offer much in the mixing department. I think this album really would benefit from the remaster, the Anniversary Edition when that comes out. That'll be coming out in 2012, which is not really necessarily a bad thing. Or it'll be coming out in 2011, I think. Anyways, excellent album. This album really helped Pantera take off even more after Cowboys came out. There's a poster there. My friend has a slightly different poster of this. It's like green tinted, but here's Far Beyond Driven, 1994 release. This is the original cover, which is eventually banned, and this cover is back out again with the record day releases, reissues of Pantera albums on vinyl. Once again, please guys stay away from those. This is the amended cover, which is not a bad cover. It's a well mixed album. It would benefit from a remix or remaster. This album is even heavier and groovier than their 1992 album. But you have songs like the title track. You have else do you have? Once again, I'll just put the name of the songs in the annotations. Apparently, I didn't write them down in my script here. I think you have the songs as Use My Third Leg. There's Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills. Damn, wish I had the CD here in front of me. Actually, I do. Strength Beyond Strength, Becoming, 5 Minutes Alone, I'm Broken, Slaughtered, 25 Years, Shedding Skin, and Planet Caravan, which is a very good cover of the Black Sabbath song. There's the band here you see. The band was not racist, despite the fact they had a lot of these Confederate flags on their pictures and album covers and inserts of the CDs and all that. But in 1996, we saw the band release The Great Southern Trendkill, and this is the same year that Phil overdosed on heroin a few times. But you have songs like Suicide Note Part 1, Floods, Drag the Waters. But this album, after this album was put out, I think that things really started to fall apart in the band due to infighting and Phil's drug addiction, which ultimately broke up the band. Him and Dime were not getting along due to Phil's drug abuse. But really, drug use was an ongoing thing within the band. I think they didn't like him because he used the hardcore drugs, and I guess I can understand that because I have run into that problem with a few former friends that I've been friends with for years, and I know how that kind of stuff goes. But in 1997, we saw the band release 101 Live Proof, which is a live CD comprised of live tracks compiled from 1997. Not a bad live album. You can't get it on CD, cassette. I don't know if it was released on vinyl though. Very, very solid live album though. The record company decided to record some very good live songs like Cowboys from Hell. You have all the hits in there pretty much, as well as a few new songs that are included on there. I forget which ones they are, but you can Google the album and find out about it. Highly recommend this to any Pantera fan out there, really. But really, I think the best way to have seen them and experienced them live was to actually go out and have seen their shows. What you see on DVDs and VHSs and on TV now, it's half the representation of what they're all about. But you really had to be there and experience their intense live shows. But 2000, we saw the band release Reinventing the Steel. You have songs like Goddamn Electric, Revolution Is My Name. This is the same year that the Stanley Cup was damaged at Vinnie Paul's house when a hockey player decided to throw it out the second-story window and try and land it in the pool, and ended up landing on the concrete deck, damaging it, making some of the NHL commission silversmiths actually have to go in and repair it. I remember when that incident actually happened. It was quite controversial, and as a kid, I just shook my head when I heard about it. Reinventing Hell, the Best of Pantera CD and DVD set. I actually have the original copy, which has a different title to it, but very good. Very good best of. All the tracks have been remastered, and then you have all the music videos and some live performances on the DVD. So it's a great buy. If you can find the original copy, you probably should get that. Just the CD and standalone. Just the standalone CD is good enough for any novice or new fan to Pantera. It is a very good representation of what they're all about and the great songs they had to offer. So the tracks have been remastered quite nice here. You get a little bit fuller sound. Many of the tracks could have been left alone though. And now we have the 2006 David Allan Coe and Pantera in Rebel Meets Rebel, the supergroup that fused country and heavy metal, which this fusion works very, very well for this band. David Allan Coe is a great singer and guitar player. You have songs like Cowboys Do More Dope. Shoot. Look, I have the CD here in front of me. Anyways, you got Nothing to Lose, Rebel Meets Rebel. Heart Worn Highway, One Night Stands, Arizona Rivers, Get Out of My Life, Cherokee Cry, Time, and No Compromise. This is a very good album. You can only pick it up on CD though. a lot of the tracks here were recorded during hiatuses of Pantera, and that started back in 1996, is when the band started working with David Allan Coe. And it's pretty interesting how the CD came out 10 years after they started work with him. But Dimebag Darrell wasn't a big part of this, and his solos really shine on this CD. So this is the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching.